Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a huge showcase today. So Rocky Ridge, they're out of the Bustleton area in Western Australia. They're actually at the moment they're probably my favourite brewery from that side of the country, and they've done a huge as collaboration pack. You could buy the beers separately or get them as a whole, and they're pretty much brewed with like all the other hype breweries in Australia. There's only one brewery I'm not real familiar with. I'd say it's probably like a new WA brewery or something. But yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do all 8 beers, and I'll just do like a small pour of each one, and they're various styles as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, the first one is a Doppelbock, and this one is a collaboration between the all 8 breweries. So you've got Rocky Ridge, which is the main brewery. Then you've got Bracket out of Sydney, One Drop out of Sydney, Range out of Brisbane, Mountain Culture out of the Blue Mountains, Banks out of Melbourne, Fox Friday out of Hobart. And yeah, the one I'm not real familiar with is Ronin or Ronin, Ronin. It's got to be a new brewery because, yeah, my knowledge of Australian stuff's really good. So I'm not familiar with them. So yeah, I think every can, like different style, has maybe just one or two collaborations, but this one, the Doppelbock, yeah, is all the breweries together. So I'm going to start off with this one. I'm just going like ABV lowest to highest. And yeah, this Doppelbock's known as Cardinal, the Cardinal Tin, which is a pretty cool name, and that's at 6.8%. I've got the hashtag proper glassware from their birthday a few years ago. I think they might have been during the pandemic. So yeah, got some water as well because it's going to be quite a journey. Hope all's well out there. Everyone's having a good weekend. Cheers, Craig, brother. Cheers, Adam. Cheers, Tanner and Daniel. Thanks for chiming in, boys. So yeah, let's see how this Doppelbock goes. And what I'll do too, because there's so many beers, I'll have a little just a little break in the middle to because I've got 4 beers here with me and 4 are still out in the fridge. And I'll probably need a little toilet break. So yeah. Let's go a pour of this one. And yeah, I've got to be careful with my pours. I'm thinking maybe something like that. I've got I've got one of those days where I've got no plans. All I'm going to do is watch like my team in the football, maybe some UFC fights and that. So I thought it'd be a perfect day to do the set. Otherwise, yeah, you just doing 8 beers. It's just yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it otherwise if you had stuff on. So yeah, in the glass, this one, it's like I'd say it's a bright amber. It looks darker on my camera. Carbonation's pretty low, a little bit cloudy. I'd say probably light to medium body. Let's go in for a whiff. Very malty. It's got that sort of like caramel malt, like brown bread. Yeah, like toffee. It's even got like a nutty sort of quality. A little bit earthy. But yeah, definitely a malt bomb. And it actually, like, just on aroma, it smells like it'd be more boozy than what it is. But yeah, good thing about, like, I know it's early morning here in Australia, but it's sort of a good time to try different beers like this because you've got that fresh palate. Anyway, I'm going in. So yeah, I'm try and keep most of the beers to about that pour. Then hopefully they sort of still drink all right, like yeah, sort of a couple of hours from now. I'll just like as far as the hop forward stuff goes, I'll probably have to drink that like quicker and some of the darker stuff, and that can sit for a while. Very smooth mouthfeel. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a nutty quality. Yeah, caramel, toffee, something like dried fruit, sort of like that. I call it like stewed fruit, or like yeah, it's like how do you describe it? It's sort of like if you had like apricot and pear and like that sort of thing, like all together. It's definitely got a bready quality, but yeah, it's more of like a dark bread. It's quite nice. And yeah, you sort of wonder, being a such a huge collab, what input each brewery had in it. I like the fact that there's been a few Aussie brewery collabs where they've created sort of a hybrid beer, and every brewery had a particular ingredient they had to come up with. And yeah, they've just come up with like some monster beers. It's been pretty funny. I'm not really getting any like any citrus or anything like that. Mostly just like that malty, like caramel bready sort of flavour, earthy. But no, a good take on that style. The classic German style. Now, hard thing now is where am I meant to sit all these beers? So yeah, that was number one. Next up, this is where it was sort of tough. I didn't know what order to do it in, but I've just kept it ABV, low to high. This is a West Coast IPA known as Pride, and yeah, how sick's the can artwork on all of them? And cool thing is, my favourite brewery for West Coast IPAs in Australia at the moment is who they've collabed with, Fox Friday, out of Hobart in Tasmania. And yeah, this one's yeah called Pride, and it's at 7%. So hopefully it's got very high input from Fox Friday. It tastes like one of their Westies because they're brilliant. So yeah, this one's like a sort of a dark straw tinge of orange. One finger head, relatively clean. Looks like probably a medium body, I'd say. Um, yeah, carbonation's probably about medium level as well. Let's go in for a whiff. Cheers, Ghost Brother. Good to see you. Not sure if you're still live or not, but I had a quick look before. It definitely smells like a modern Westie. You're getting that bready, grainy backbone. Actually getting quite a bit of lemon and pineapple. There's a touch of pine there. But yeah, it's sort of got that like New World aroma. It doesn't smell as bitter as like your old school. It has that smell like it be like real refreshing, easy drinking Westie. But that grainy type quality that I'm getting on it, that reminds me of Fox Friday, so that's a good thing. Cheers, Josh, brother. Good to see you. No doubt we'll share a beer at some stage. Anyway, I'm going in. Beer number 2, West Coast. Very nice mouthfeel. I'd definitely say it's medium bodied, this one. It's got that prickly carbonation. I like when they've got that sort of foamy sort of mouthfeel for a Westie. It's good. Yeah, it's definitely grainy. Almost getting like a sort of like a multi-grain bread sort of characteristic. But yeah, it's got a lot of lemon in it, this one. And that's a hop note I don't often get in West Coast. You're sort of getting like lemon and this like slight tropical sort of like a pineapple note. Bitterness is like quite low, which is a bit disappointing because I like really bitter Westies. But they've probably created like a more of an easy drinking West Coast, this one. There is another West Coast in the pack that's a real big boy. It's definitely easy drinking. Like the bitterness is there and it sort of lingers, but it's not like it wouldn't be a huge IBU. It'd be quite subtle, I reckon. Cheers, Luke. Sam, Samster, the hamster. But yeah, it sort of reminds me of like if you were to put this into breakfast form, it'd be like having some multi-grain toast with a lemon tea. So yeah, West Coast down the gurgler, and yeah, that what was the can work on the other one? Yeah, just all the cans lined up together looks so cool. So yeah, next up was sort of the style that was hard to pick where to drink it, but yeah. So this is Lust, and this is a collab with Range out of Brisbane. And yeah, it's a red IPL, so very sort of different style. So that's why I didn't really know where to put it. Yeah, I had a red IPA from Range a couple of weeks ago. It was really good. And yeah, I like a hoppy lager, so it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Cool name and can artwork too. It's like the lust for a ginger girl. Now this one looks quite dark. I'm a little concerned about it. On the camera, it looks even darker. It looks terrible on the camera, but it's sort of like brown with a red tinge. I'm hoping it's okay. We'll soon see. But yeah, the carbonation and the head looks good. Yeah, just the colour. It's a bit of a worry. I'd say like a dark amber, like reddy tinge. Yeah, the old camera doesn't do it justice. It looks brown. But yeah, it's quite cloudy. I'd say medium body. Let's hope it's not oxidized. Come on. No, it smells good. It smells quite fruity. See, on the nose, I'm getting toffee, some citrus. Black IPAs, love them. Cheers, Harry. Cheers, Stuart. Good to see you, boys. But yeah, I was concerned about this just with the appearance, but just on aroma, it smells all right. You're getting like a grassy touch, but yeah, it's just got that real strong toffee smell, citrus, like orange. Anyway, I'm going in. Let's hope it tastes all right. It's quite nice. You're getting that biscuity note, like yeah, huge toffee. It's definitely it leans more like malty than like your hop character. Sort of drinks like a red IPA. It's a little bit grainy. There's some bitterness there. Cheers, Chris. Dead to me. Cheers, Brett. Good to see all you boys. Yeah, I'm not getting like pine, but I'm getting like sort of earthiness. Yeah, that red characteristic, the toffee's really nice. And yeah, I'm glad. Like when I first poured that, I was definitely concerned. I thought, "Oh shit, I've got a dodgy can." But just it's sort of like a dark red. Just had that real dirty look to it. We'll be higher after today, mate. We still haven't played yet, so hopefully we win today and then we go higher on the ladder. I'll be consuming these beers while watching the footy. So yeah, if you like a real malty beer, that huge toffee note, yeah, that's good. So yeah, that was the Rocky Ridge and Range Red IPL, known as Lust. Number 4. Oh yeah, what'd you get, Brett? Similar to last time. So now we're into the IPA. Oh, I've had the Westie, but now we're into the hazy IPAs. And this one is with my favourite Melbourne brewery, Banks. It's called Greed. Pardon me, Greed Oak Cream Double IPA at 8%. Old mate's thinking money. And yeah, Banks are known for their awesome double hazies. So let's see how it goes. At least the colour looks right on this one. So yeah, it's gonna like not only is it 8 beers that I'm drinking, they're all pretty high in ABV. I'm only halfway and I'm already up to 8%. So you can only imagine what the last couple are going to be. So you're getting that sort of in between yellow and orange, like a dull orange color. Um, Fairly cloudy. It's not full on hop saturation haze. One finger head. It actually looks more sort of like light to medium, this one. Yeah, it's got that sort of like look like it'd be soft. Let's see how it smells. Pineapple and passion fruit straight up. Lemon, maybe some lime. There's some a real funny alarm going off in the background. It's got a real weird sound. Whoop, whoop. It's actually like a real zesty sort of edge. I reckon it'd have a New Zealand hop in it. It's got that lemon and lime in it, like your Motueka or Southern Cross, or even one of the newer experimental ones. They seem to have that really strong lemon lime characteristic, and it's real like zingy. One thing that's pretty cool with these cans, I mean, it can be annoying, but sometimes when they've got the real good artwork and they're part of a series, I like when there's limited information on them. Like it's more about the sort of the artwork and then the name, and then just opening the beer and not knowing what to expect. If you want the info, as long as they've got it sort of available on a website or whatever, untapped. That's what's sort of cool with these. I've got no idea what I'm going into. And there might be a touch of orange there. It's definitely like a sweet aroma. I'm going in. Smells good. I'd say like quite grassy as well. Just that zinginess. It excites me. It's almost like when you have. I'm not a big fan of the style sour IPA, but just because of that zingy lemon and lime, it's given me that sort of vibe. Anyway, I'm going in. And it's like a tropical bomb. Pineapple and passion fruit's huge. You're definitely getting that lime zest. I wouldn't say like stone fruit or grapefruit or anything like that. It's slightly creamy, but I'd say it's more of like a softer mouthfeel. It's sort of like a lighter body than what you'd expect for a double hazy. But yeah, if you're a fan of like lemon, lime, passion fruit, pineapple, it's like pretty cool combo. So it's sort of like leans more tropical. So yeah, I would say it's more and sweet and sour pretty much. There's no bitterness whatsoever. It's not dank or anything like that. But yeah, it has that slight sort of dryness on the finish. And yeah, there's no way you'd think it's 8%. Drinks like 6. Cheers, mate. I don't know if you can hear that alarm, but it's still going. So annoying. I just can't get over that like lemon and lime. It's so intense. It's got me intrigued as to what hops are in it. Yeah, that was really nice. So yeah, from here I think it's a pretty big step up in ABV. So that one was 8. Oh, you're probably going to get a few more that are around that 8 to 10 mark. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it finishes quite high. So yeah, that's the first half of the 8 done. And I've done pretty well for time. I sort of expected the stream would probably go for an hour or so, and I'm at nearly half an hour halfway. So I'm going to go get the other 4 out of the fridge, quick toilet break, and I'll be back. Hopefully, everyone hangs around. Cheers. And I'm back. Little water for a halfway mark. No, Adam. If I did, it would be a pretty speedy one. We take a bit of time because I've got to go out to the bloody backyard shed to get the beers. The banter is strong. So yeah, the next one. So this is a collab with Bracket out of Sydney, and they're another brewery that's sort of known for their hazies. So this is a hazy double IPA, 8.5%. It's got that sort of anime feel to it, that artwork. Yeah, called Envy. One thing with Bracket, they're one of my favourite Aussie breweries. They were renting a space in sort of inner city Sydney, and yeah, the price of the rent just got so insane. Even though they were doing really well, they just couldn't afford it anymore, and they didn't have a home for a little while. I think they've just started brewing again now. So yeah, let's hope they keep going well and can sort of afford their own space. That'd be awesome. They're like a good family team, a dad and son. Really good blokes. Yeah, they've only been going for a few years. So yeah, let's pour this bad boy. And yeah, with Bracket, I used to order their stuff online every month. And yeah, it's been weird because yeah, since they've been shut down, I haven't had a Bracket beer now for a while. So yeah, let's hope this is sort of similar to their stuff. So yeah, this has got that sort of dull orange color as well. I'd say it's got more of a fuller body. I'd say medium body, this one. One finger heads, very cloudy. Looks quite nice in the glass. Let's go a little whiff. Getting mango in this one. Mango, orange. It's even got like maybe like kiwi fruit or something like that. Sometimes with the tropical fruits, I get them, but I don't. It's sort of hard picking out what they are. Like I had one the other day, and I knew exactly what I was like smelling and tasting, but I couldn't put a finger on what it was. It ended up being lychee. Yeah, sometimes you'll get like a kiwi, a guava. I reckon there's some passion fruit. Smells really nice. Sweet tropical. Anyway, I'm going in. Nice bready backbone. Big hop saturation, this one. It's quite a step up from that last beer. I'm getting that sort of lemon and lime as well. I feel like so many hazies now are just like New Zealand hops are just crushing it. It's really, really good, this one. Got an unsettled dog. Yeah, that sort of sweet passion fruit flavour is really nice. It's got like a really good mouthfeel, like smooth and creamy. Shout out to Alex, the beer master. But yeah, you can definitely tell we're going up in ABV. It's grassy, but no pine. My hopes of pine in beers has not come my way so far. But yeah, so far, like out of the like this is the fifth one. This would be pick of the bunch so far. Very nice and definitely has Bracket's name all over it. It's sort of got that sour touch as well, like the last one. I feel like Rocky Ridge have got like a huge amount of NZ hops, and in a lot of their IPAs, they're probably using similar hops. Just hang on a tick, I got to check on the dog. Sorry about that. So yeah, Envy Hazy Double IPA, the Bracket collab with Rocky Ridge, very very good. And I'm not surprised because green is my favourite colour. So next we have another Westie, a big boy Westie. This one. So this is a West Coast triple IPA called Wrath. And this is with that brewery I wasn't familiar with. So I'm going to have a quick look and see what it says about them. Ronin. Ronin. It just says Ronin Fermentation Project. Let's hope they do a good West Coast. Yeah, that can artwork's awesome. Just the black. Yeah, it looks so good. So yeah, as most people know, West Coast is like one of my favourite styles. So if this is good, this is where I get excited. So yeah, My camera looks like it's orange. It clearly isn't. It's more of like a dark straw. One finger head, clean and clear, pretty active carbonation. I would say probably medium body, this one. Please be piney. Please be piney. Please be dank. Please be bitter. Hello, Angus. I'm getting a bready backbone. I'm getting orange. I'm getting a little bit of pine, but not too much. Hmm. I was sort of hoping it had more of that like caramel backbone. But yeah, as soon as I poured it, I knew it was like more modern. Anyway, I'm going in. You can definitely tell we've gone up in booze. What was this? 10%? Yep. Yeah. Sometimes they're just like nuts, and it's like, just settle down. I don't know how I feel about these West Coast. They're just not. They're not hitting for me. They're good, but they're just more of that modern West Coast, and especially like since drinking like a lot of Fox Friday ones lately, and they've just been so epic. Especially when I had the one that was collab with Fox Friday, I sort of expected more. This collab brewery, I don't know much about. But yeah, it's like as far as hop characteristics go, it's like subdued. You can taste the booziness. It has that like bready, biscuity backbone, but you're not getting like that huge citrus or stone fruit or pine. Like it's everything's a bit sort of like played down. Like I feel like I'm getting like orange and lemon, grapefruit possibly, but like when I think grapefruit in a Westie, I want like that, I don't know, that real pithiness, like grapefruit skin, grapefruit peel, like where you're getting bitterness from like the pine and the grapefruit. And like, yeah, I'm just like, I'm not even getting that much pine from this either. So it's like as far as the IPAs go, I feel like the hazies are delivering, but the Westies aren't. And being more of a Westie fan, it's yeah, a little bit disappointing. Like the bitterness, same sort of thing. It's got that lingering bitterness that sort of carries on, but it's not high. It's not in your face. It's like a Westie that's made for someone that's just getting into craft beer, sort of thing. Hmm. I mean, I still, yeah, I still enjoy it, but it's just you want those flavors to pop. You want those characteristics that you know and love for a style to be there sort of in your face. Like, yeah. If I have a West Coast, I don't want a subdued West Coast. I want it to be like an actual West Coast. None of this in between sort of thing. Anyway, next. So we've gone a triple IPA again, but a hazy. And this one is with the Almighty. We all know we like mountain culture. So yeah, they're out of the Blue Mountains, one of my favourite Aussie breweries. Everyone knows me for my mountain culture. So yeah, this is called Sloth, hazy triple IPA. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be good. Let's give it a pour. So yeah, this one's like a vibrant, like bright orange. Um, it's still not as like hazy as expected. It's got that slight cloudiness. One finger head. I'd say medium body. Let's go a whiff. I'm getting mango. I'm even getting a berry touch to this one. Smells quite sweet. I reckon there's a heap of tropical fruit like pineapple, passion fruit. It's got that same sort of bready backbone. You can definitely tell like when you've drank a string of beers from the same brewery. When it comes to the style, you just pick up on that same like base. I'm getting a touch of like lemon as well. And that's a quality I've picked up just from drinking these beers from Rocky Ridge today. A lot of them have that same sort of lemon note. So it's like they're using similar hops or just whatever hops they use in the relationship with their yeast. Anyway, let's go in. And this one's going to be quite big. 11%. Woo! Rocket fuel. Very, very nice mouthfeel, that one. That's awesome. Very smooth and creamy. It's sweet, but not too much. I said medium body on appearance, but on the palate, I'd say medium to full. It's definitely got that sort of mountain culture quality in the mouthfeel. Yeah, you're definitely getting pineapple. It's sort of got this sweet, like berry, like mixed berry sort of flavour. It's got like a floral sort of edge to it. But yeah, being the same brewery, having a couple of different hazies, you notice they get a bit samey. You can tell, like, yeah, you can tell they're all brewed the same brewery sort of thing. Like, obviously, they've got little spins from other breweries, but they've got that slight tart sort of edge, or not. Well, when I say tart, as in like, no, more like sour, like that zestiness, like that lime and lemon. I really need to research what hops they use in each of these beers. Pardon me. Might even get a peach vibe in this one. It's got that sweetness, slight stone fruity sort of edge. I think with peach sometimes you just get that little note in the aftertaste that's like slightly different. But yeah, that's good. I still probably think the bracket one's better. You can just tell with this one you're going up a fair bit in ABV. And yeah, like I feel like with triples, they're hard to perfect. A good double IPA is hard to beat, like as far as like just that like alcohol range is perfect. Mm, good stuff. So yeah, that was the Sloth Hazy Triple IPA collab with Mountain Culture. Old mate looks like he's thinking long and hard about what beer he's going to have next. All good, brother. See, they've announced the next Fury and Usyk fight. I think it was going to be like December or something. So here it is, the grand finale. And I think we all know what style the finale is going to be. Let's hope it's a good one. So we have the Gluttony 24-hour boiled imperial pastry stout at 14%. I could be on my knees after this one. So it's a collaboration with One Drop, and they're out of Sydney. They're a brewery that are known for their fruit sours. They're probably our kings of fruit sours in Australia, but they also are known for their big like adjuncty stouts and their IPAs and that as well. One of those breweries I actually really, really enjoy, but down in Victoria, most places where you buy their beers, they're very, very spendy. Or like, yeah, we just seem to miss out on some of the real good stuff and only get select stuff. And yeah, like I really enjoy them. I wish they were sort of like mountain culture for me, where I don't miss out on many of their releases. So yeah, let's see how this one goes. We all know I love a big stout as well. Looks fairly oily, this one. So yeah, it's got that brown tinge to it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's got like an intense amount of cocoa nibs or something. I don't think it said what the adjuncts were. Yeah, it doesn't. So this would be interesting. So yeah, it's like a dark tan, half finger head. The head's got that tannish color as well. I'd say medium body. Yeah, looks pretty good. And the percentage on this one was 14. Pretty graphic can artwork. Is that Bill from Beer Hounds? Anyway, let's have a little whiffy of this one. Ooh, this is going to be a good guessing game, this one. Got a huge adjunct stout, and I have no idea what's in it. Here we go. I'm getting like a vanilla or a coconut or both. I'm even getting like a maple syrup sort of smell. There's huge chocolate, huge caramel, not so much coffee. It's got that like caramel fudge sort of note to it. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's toasted coconut, vanilla bean. Like, it might even have a nut, like a hazelnut or something as well. It's so cool just trying to pick out. It's definitely roasty, but it's sweet as well. Yeah, I'm actually thinking that it's just coconut and vanilla with like chocolate. Be interesting to see what I read afterwards. But I'm gonna say cacao nibs, Tahitian vanilla bean because it's more available in Australia and not as expensive, and toasted coconut. Smells really good. I'm not getting like dark fruit or anything like that. And yeah, I don't think it wasn't barrel aged. It's huge percentage. It must have like a massive malt bill. So yeah, chocolate, caramel, vanilla, coconut. Cheers, Jagman. And cheers, oh man, I can't remember how to pronounce your name. I don't want to fuck it up. I remember we were going over it another time. Coretha? It's something like that anyway. Friend of friend of Craig's. Good to see you. Oh, it smells so good. I'm going in. Ooh, there's some real sweetness there. See, I felt like there was a nutty edge, and now that I've had, then I went back on my nuttiness and said that it's not there, but on the flavour, I sort of feel like it is. It's definitely got that booziness. It's huge chocolate, huge caramel. I'm still getting that sweetness like vanilla and coconut, but I'm just wondering if there's something else. Cheers, dirtbag. Good to see you, brother. No doubt we'll be sharing beers today. Someone needs to look it up for me. On Untapped, look up. Hang on, it's not going to work. Look up that for me and see if it says what adjuncts are in it. I feel like there's something I'm missing. It's very nice though. Like, to be honest, I would probably have this at number one with that other beer. This and the bracket one, I reckon, pick of the bunch. So now I've got to find where the bracket one was. This one, a green can. So yeah, out of the eight, I would say that the Envy double IPA with bracket and this, the Gluttony Imperial Pastry Stout with one drop. They're probably on a par as the two best from the eight. To be honest, they're all really good beers. I was just a little bit disappointed with the West Coast, so I sort of expected more. But yeah, West Coast, it's like it's one of those styles, like a lot of breweries these days will go more of a modern take, trying to appeal to the masses. It's good when they just go, fuck it, let's just brew it like they should be brewed for the people like Sammy that like it really big and bitter and pretty much chucking, as I say, chuck the whole Christmas tree in the brew. We want it to be piney as fuck. So yeah, this stout is delicious. I just can't put my finger on what the other. It's almost like got a. I'm getting like a slight sort of cherry or like raspberry. There's some sort of sweet, fruity flavour that I'm getting. It's going to drive me nuts until I find out what it is. It's like a jammy sort of quality. It's cool though. The guessing game, the challenge. That's where it'd be unreal doing like mystery beers and just having absolutely no idea what you're going into and just trying to pick out the exact style, if it's adjuncts, what the flavors are, or even trying to pick out what hops they are in a hop forward beer. Like that's yeah, it's like it's so cool like seeing some of these beer connoisseurs like doing it. Like us as beer reviewers think we might know stuff, and then you come across someone like that and you're like, fuck, they're like next level. So yeah, I think this one I've just got to slowly sip away at. Quite strong. So yeah, as I said, two favourites from the eight. It's the bracket collaboration. So yeah, one of my favourite breweries out of Sydney. The Envy Hazy Double IPA at 8.5%. That was really good. Good combination of tropical and citrus. Had a really good mouthfeel on it, like smooth and creamy. And then yeah, the one that I'm drinking now, the One Drop collab, and they're out of Sydney as well. Imperial pastry stout with adjuncts unknown. So yeah, I might wrap it up there, folks. It's gone for about the time I thought it would. 8 beers, just like small pours of each one. I've definitely gone from sober to slightly tipsy. So yeah, it's going to be a big day finishing off the rest of those cans. So yeah, thanks everyone for chiming in. It's quite a fun little showcase. I like doing these ones where you got a heap of different beers, and one that I really liked. Like I like the fact with today's beers, I just had no idea what to expect from each beer. So it's cool. It sort of tests your knowledge out. So we will see you again. Thanks again for chiming in. Cheers.